Welcome to UK Brief 24 podcast and our deep dive for today.
Hello.
We're taking a really close look at something that's hitting the headlines hard. Lots of noise, lots of, frankly, rubbish being talked about it too.
Literally rubbish in this case, unfortunately.
Exactly. It's the growing tension between the Labour Party and some key union backers. Specifically, it's all blowing up around the Birmingham bin strike. So we've got this source, Labour's union rift, Birmingham bin strike escalates. Our mission today is to sort of pull out the key bits, who's involved, what are they actually disagreeing about?
And crucially, what does it all signal for the wider political picture here in the UK?
Let's unpack it. And hey, if you find this breakdown useful as we go, do hit that like button. It really helps the channel.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's start where the rubbish is literally piling up. Birmingham.
Right. The strike's been going on since January. We're talking huge piles of waste, rats.
Yeah, proper unsanitary conditions across the city. It's almost a visual metaphor, isn't it? The public anger just mounting up like the bin bags.
It really is. And from the union's perspective, Unite's perspective, that is, the cause is pretty clear.
Go on.
They claim the council's decision to get rid of these waste recycling and collection officer roles. Well, that means 170 workers could lose up to £8,000 a year.
Wow. Okay. That's a serious chunk of change. So that's the core financial grievance for them.
Exactly. That's the heart of it for Unite.
And the council's side of the story.
Well, they're saying it's, necessary, part of a restructuring needed to improve the service, and also to comply with the Environmental Act 2021.
Right, the compliance angle. But the talks broke down.
They did. On Wednesday, apparently. The council basically said they've offered all they can, reached the absolute limit.
So an impasse. How does this local fight, though, catch fire nationally? That's the bit I'm trying to get my head around.
Well, it's because Unite isn't just any union. It's one of Labour's biggest backers, historically, financially, deeply affiliated.
Okay.
So when Unite accuses the Labour-run council in Birmingham, and by extension they imply the Labour government of failing workers, that resonates. It's hitting Labour where it kind of defines itself.
And this is where it gets really, really pointed, isn't it? Unite are using some strong language.
Very strong. They're condemning what they call fire and rehire tactics against the strikers.
That phrase again, it's toxic.
It is. And they say it makes a joke of the Employment Relations Act promises, basically accusing Labour of not practicing what it preaches on workers' rights.
And the General Secretary, Sharon Graham, she's not holding back.
Not at all. There's a direct quote here. Unite is crystal clear it will call out bad employers regardless of the color of their rosette. So, Labour, Tory, doesn't matter to them.
Ouch. That's a direct shot.
And she adds, people up and down the country are asking whose side is the Labour government on and coming up with the answer, not workers.
Wow. That's incredibly blunt, challenging Labour's very identity. So what was the immediate fallout from that step?
Well, this is pretty major. Unite's executive voted to suspend Angela Rayner's membership.
The Deputy Prime Minister.
Yes. And also to reconsider its whole relationship with the Labour Party. They explicitly said the party is not on the side of working people.
That feels seismic, given the history. For those of you watching who know the deep ties there, what does this specific clash tell you about how things stand now? Let us know in the comments below.
It's definitely significant, especially financially, as we said. But there's a twist. Allies of Angela Rayner they've hit back furiously.
Okay, what's their counter?
They point out something pretty crucial. You can't suspend her because she actually resigned her Unite membership back in April.
Oh, right. So the suspension vote is symbolic or misinformed?
Seems like it. One ally apparently called it wild, said Unite knows she can't directly intervene in the dispute like they want. And they argue attacking her is mad because she's seen as one of the few senior figures really pushing for, quote, workers' rights and real labor values.
They also mention her recent policy moves, right? Like backing down on disability benefit cuts?
Exactly. Trying to show she is on the side of vulnerable people and workers, contrary to Unite's claim. So it's messy. Very messy.
It really is. And this isn't just a one-off spat with Unite, is it? The source suggests broader friction.
No, it seems to be part of a wider pattern.
Okay.
Just days after this, you had other big players, DUC, the Fire Brigades Union, piling pressure on the government. But their demand was different. Bring in a wealth tax to avoid more cuts.
So a different solution being pushed. A tax on overall assets, not just income.
Precisely. And related to that, there are apparently big worries from other unions, too. That the Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, might be eyeing up public sector pension funds. a potential tax raid, they're calling it.
Affecting nurses, teachers, firefighters. That's bound to cause alarm.
The FBU certainly slammed those reports, and they doubled down on their call for a wealth tax instead. Fund pay rises, fund services, don't, as they put it, raid pensions again.
So you've got unions pushing for wealth taxes while maybe the government's exploring other, less popular avenues. That's a clear tension.
Definitely. And you had Luke Hurst from the think tank Compass, which is, labor-linked, left-leaning.
What did he make of?
He called Unite's move to reconsider its labor ties troubling. Said it indicates the government might be failing to represent the mainstream of the party.
Interesting. Because,
he argues, most unions and the actual party members do back bolder policies, things like democratic reform and indeed wealth taxes.
So a potential disconnect between the leadership's direction and the party's base and traditional allies.
That seems to be the suggestion, yeah.
Okay, before we wrap up the analysis, what about the government's official line on the Birmingham strike itself?
Right, the number 10 spokesperson. They kept it focused on the residents, said their priority is and always has been Birmingham's residents.
Standard line, perhaps?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mentioned working intensively with the council to clear the backlog, deal with the public health issues, and that they're staying in close contact with the council, sort of managing the immediate crisis language.
Right. Not really engaging with the wider union rift in that statement.
No, keeping it very much about the local service delivery problem.
So, stepping back from all these details,
Yeah.
what's the crucial takeaway here for you? What really stands out?
For me, it's less about the bins themselves, obviously important as that is for Birmingham residents, and more about what it reveals. It shows labor grappling with this fundamental tension.
Which is?
The tension between its historical roots, its identity as the party of labor, of the unions, and the sometimes harsh realities and choices that come with being in government. Economic pressures, policy decisions.
Clashing with workers' rights or union demands.
Exactly. It forces labor into this really delicate balancing act. How do you govern effectively, fiscally responsibly perhaps, while staying true to that historical base and those values?
It's a dilemma, isn't it? Especially when that base, the unions, are pushing back so hard and so publicly.
It could really shape their future direction.
So pulling it all together then, this deep dive shows labor caught between wanting to deliver public services and manage economic realities, the practicalities of governing.
While the unions, their traditional bedrock, are pushing very hard, not just for workers in this specific dispute, but for broader changes like wealth redistribution.
Okay, that leads us to the final thought for you, our audience at UK Brief 24 podcast.
Given everything we've discussed, the history, these current clashes like Birmingham, what long-term impact do you think this kind of dispute will have?
Yeah, how might it shift the strategies, the alignments of both the big political parties and the union movement in the UK going forward?
And how could it reshape debates around public services, conditions for workers, and crucially, taxation policy?
Lots to chew on there. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Right. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you feel a bit more informed about the complexities behind the headlines.
Hope it was useful.
Please do give this video a like if you found it valuable, and subscribe to UK Brief 24 podcast so you don't miss our next deep dive.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Bye for now.